Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, some social shit for everyone, you know what I'm saying? Like, I may just be myself, so hit me. Woo! I mean, like, we can pull that clown shit away. There's some real shit for you. I'm spazzing right now, so listen, let's go. Yeah. It's in their bones, the thoughts and harmony for the love of the money. Then fall victim for the cookie, then turn pussy, it's lonely. You said you hold it down when life get rough, we're here now, so show me. We move them losses to them wins. Heavy pounds, we make it ends meet. Converse of only few who make me feel like I be 10 feet.
Yo, good afternoon. Yo, man, big up to the people, man. I hope everybody is blessed. It's international week, so you know the vibes already, man. Can't always talk about club football. Don't ask me why they've got another international break so early on in the season. I've also heard that they will have another international break in November as well. So it's kind of that time, you know what I mean, where we can just talk about some other stuff, things that are going on in and around the football world. And of course, you guys can see the caption. You saw the thumbnail. You already know my vibes. You already know my ties, you know, when it comes to, you know, this player in particular that we're about to talk about today, and the football club that, you know, he is so synonymous with, and that is Andrés Iniesta. Before I dive into it, and of course I will have, hopefully my Catalonian friend ENNZ will be joining, you know, the channel very, very soon, and we're going to chop it up about Iniesta. But before we do all of that, guys, smash the like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to the damn channel. Like I always keep saying, we are en route to 2,000 subscribers, so please make sure you guys go and do that for me. So Iniesta, yo, it's a mad one. Obviously he's retired from professional football finally, you know, after spending some time, you know, after leaving Barcelona out there in Japan. I believe it was Japan. Yeah, he's called time on his, you know, on his career. And we are talking about, and now I'm not even fussed. I know I've asked, obviously I've scrolled across the bottom, and we're going to be doing like a little ranking of the top 20 midfielders, just kind of during like my lifetime and stuff like that. But no matter where you place Iniesta, to most people, and I can't speak for everybody, but to most people, this has to be a top 5 midfielder. Like it actually just has to be. Now, obviously, different eras, different people, you know what I mean? And I already know and I understand that. Of course, if you're from a certain type of era, then Iniesta might not be, you know, in your top 5, top 10, or whatever it, you know, may be. And that's absolutely fine. But I'm just more talking about people from my kind of era. So we're looking at from like 1990 onwards, you know, when we're looking at it on the face of it, this is a midfielder who, alongside other players, of course, it's not just him alone, but alongside players like Xavi, alongside, you know, Lionel Messi, Sergio Busquets, Carlos Puyol, PK, and all of these kind of guys, they were able to be a part of a team that, till this day, and that includes the Manchester Cities, the Real Madrids and stuff like that of today, excuse me, yeah, that includes all of those guys, still the best team I have ever seen. And I'll be real, even though, listen, Manchester City, of course, they're doing their own thing, and you know, they're an amazing team themselves, and they're also managed by, you know, the same guy who managed this team. There isn't a team close to this team. Like, I'm talking a team that was just, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it's actually mad when you think about it. You're talking about a team who were notoriously known for just being the best. Like, everybody knew it, everybody understood You know, you didn't need to have a conversation about it. It was so peak. And this is how you know, yeah, I've not played FIFA for time. Back in, I say back in the day, like this was 100 years ago, but back in like a few years ago when Barcelona were at their peak, when I used to play FIFA with my boys, you weren't allowed to pick Barcelona. Like that was the rule. You couldn't pick It was just cheating. What, like you can't pick Barcelona. They got Messi, you know what I mean? They got Pedro or David Villa, you know, Iniesta, Xavi. Like it was long. You weren't allowed to pick those kind of teams. We have to make it fair. So make it fair, you got to pick like the Real Madrids and that. You know what I mean? They're like the Real Madrid is like, that's like the best team you can pick without going too far. Yeah, because obviously they got ballers over there, Ronaldo, Benzema, Bale, etc. But they had nothing on these guys. Nothing. Absolutely nothing, man. But of course, as I said before, guys, I can't do this by myself. Definitely can't do this by myself. I got to bring my Catalonian boy inside the building. My bro ends. What you saying, man?
Apologies first and foremost, man. I was running late. Do you know what I was doing? I was trying to record a video. And then I looked at the time like, shit. So I put it on pause to obviously jump over and talk about, you know what I mean? The Catalonians, the Barcelonas, you know what I mean? Talk about the big boys. One Real Madrid, always and forever, bro. Big up to everyone in the chat as well, man. Love.
No, man, big up, man. Now, listen, bro, like as I started saying before, obviously, Enz is another Barcelona fan, which is quite funny here when I think about it, because knowing Enz as long as I've known Enz for since we started doing all the YouTube stuff and all of that kind of thing, it's so funny that as much as we have in common about Liverpool, to then have something in common in regards to Barcelona as well. To know that Enz is also someone who knows about Barcelona, the history, and bro, it's actually kind of good. So this is why Enz is my brother. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like it's it's one of those things, one of those kind of connections, man. But obviously, I'm just rapping, you know, a little bit about in Iniesta, about Barcelona. Of course, you know, that dominant Barcelona team, and as I told you before as well. And as I was just telling the people, we'll obviously do like a ranking of the top 20 midfielders. I've just plucked out midfielders from, let's say, 1990 up until, you know, today. So, of course, guys, before you even get angry, before we get there, yes, there are so many midfielders I probably missed out on. I only just picked 20. I just picked a random kind of 20 and then go from there. And then me and Enz will obviously we'll kind of chop that up and then go through that. But Iniesta, bro, just chat to me about him, bro. Chat to me.
Bro, you know, I was listening to the back end of your conversation just about like FIFA and not being able to pick them. They were like the one you definitely don't pick because for some reason that combination of three in midfield, Busquets, Xavi, and the main man we've got on the screen, Iniesta, it was long, bro. When I was talking about like trying to tailor my game around him, I wore the same one, the T90 lasers, but I had the yellow and black because of man like Iniesta, bro. And bro, this guy made football so easy, man. He complemented the team in a way where it's so hard to find a midfielder that complements your team in that way. Because everyone just expects a midfielder to do X, Y, and Z. But he just did everything you needed him to do. He would defend, he would attack. His ball retention was like next godly level. His dribbling ability without using your so-called step overs and flip flaps and what it used to be back in the day and the rainbow flicks and all of those stuff, bro. Just being able to just drop at the shoulder, reading the play, scanning, you know, receiving the ball on the back foot, and then had the acceleration and the awareness of space. He was one of the best midfielders I've ever been able to watch. And bro, still one of my favorite midfielders of all time, bro. It's not a joke when I say Iniesta was just that guy, bro. It like, bro, bro, when he used to kill teams, he used to pick the ball up. So Xavi used to just do the scanning thing, look left, look right, receive it, turn you, and then you disappeared after one turn from him. And then he will lay it to Iniesta in space. Iniesta will play a little 1-2, and then once he was gone, he was gone. And then the end product will be like, give it to Messi, finish that off for us. Give it to David Villa, finish that off. Give it to Julie, finish that off. Give it to Eto'o, finish that off.
Julian,
I mean,
I forgot about Luda. Hey, I forgot.
Give it to Dino, finish that off. Bro, the way they used to play the little combinations in midfield, and he was just the guy to not even say finish it off, but he was the one at the end of it, just to make it look pretty, bro. And as Jay's saying, man, the ability, first touch, and bro, it was
big up, Jeremy.
Dumb. Like I've yet to see. Okay, There is a player that I like in a similar ilk, but he's not on the level yet. And I don't know if he'll ever get there. He plays for Liverpool Football Club, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get to that same level as an Iniesta from a consistent basis, just off the way he plays, and that's Curtis Jones. And I'm not comparing him. I'm not saying he's going to be good at, but just to watch how Iniesta used to play, Curtis gives me that same feel, like the way he receives the ball, retains it, little press here or there. And when you look at the way he keeps the ball and keeps the high percentage in terms of his pass completion, that's it. The only thing Curtis needs to now add to be on this level is consistency, goals and assists, and win the big, well, he's already won the big trophies, but actually be a mainstay that is affecting that. But that's who I look at and I'm like, bro, you've got that in the locker, bro, but you're not just doing what you need to do to be. But Iniesta, bro. Iniesta, man. I remember like special performances against Chelsea, special performances against United, like the way that this guy used to play, man. And you know the maddest thing, like in the midfield, he never, from me looking at him, he never got the credit he deserved because we had Messi. So Messi got all the credit. You had a Xavi Hernandez, so he was getting all the praises as well, being there. You had a Puyol that was a captain, him and Marquez at the back. You know, they had that. You know, you had Valdez in goal, so you had people that was always taking the limelight, but never an Iniesta. He was just a part of the band, and you're just like, no, he's a cold player. Don't get me wrong, cold. But he never got the limelight shot. And then obviously you had Ronaldinho and Eto'o and then some parts we had Henry that joint and David Villa at point. So you know what I mean? There was always people that always took the limelight away from him. And even like now as well, when people do teams, you don't really see a lot of people go like, oh yeah, do you know what? Iniesta was mad, you know. He used to be like, Iniesta is good. They're like, oh no, Iniesta. When you mention him, it's like, no, he's good, you know, but there's always a but. I'm like, no. There's no but when it comes to this guy, bro. There's no but. There's none.
And it's actually Pete that you just said that. And I've got like a list. This is like a world player of the year. You know, like they do like the World 11 team of the year kind of stuff. I'm going to show you all the ones that Iniesta was involved in. I didn't realize he was involved in as many as I've got up here. I think there's about 9 of them. So he was involved in 9 teams of World 11s of the year, right? But you're 100% correct, bro. And this is what I said by the way to people at the beginning. Different eras, of course. We've all got our favorite players, you know, players that we would say during our own eras. Of course, these guys are the best midfielders and stuff like that. So I can understand when people don't, of an older generation anyway, I can understand why they don't put Iniesta up there, because I'm like, you guys obviously saw some really great players during your period of time. Cool. Absolutely fine. When I'm talking about people from like me and ENDZ's kind of era, so let's say from the night, like I said, from 1990 onwards, yeah, I'm sorry. If this guy isn't one of the top 5 people, and I don't care what 5 and how you put it, if he isn't one of the top 5 people that you are talking about, bro, I have to question a lot about you as an individual, as a human being, because I'm just like, when it comes to football anyway, big up Honesty in the building and big up Jerry. Like, when I'm thinking about like Iniesta, I'm just like, oh, bro, do you understand? Yeah, this isn't a guy who needed to score or assist. And obviously, I understand because there was a different time period where nobody really cared about, you know, the goals and assists. It was just about, are you good on the pitch? Can you help the team? Performance, exactly that. You know, no one cared about GA unless he was a striker. I promise you, it was only really until Lampard came into the building and started scoring like 20 goals a season. Yeah. That's when people probably really started to like, yo, you need to, you know, do this, that, and the third. But prior to that and kind of during that kind of era, bro, Iniesta, are you crazy? Like some of the dribbles that this guy was doing to beat his man. And this guy, he just seemed like he was deceptively quick. Like I didn't understand, like he could burst away from play, bro.
Yeah. The acceleration was stupid. Just even like there is moments in the game when you're watching Barcelona, you know, when they were playing against the top teams, and you just give it to Andre, like, yo, you take it and do some stuff with it. And you literally just drop a shoulder, you know, take 2 players on, draw in. There's that famous photo as well. I don't know if you've got it with the Italian all of the Italian. Well, I think there's about 6 of them. If you have it, that famous one that he's the one who posted it as well, just to show you the level of respect these men knew
Come on,
bro, you're talking about some ballers in this picture as well, you know.
What?
Ambrosini, who else?
Chiellini in here.
Bro,
Like,
oh my days, bro. You're talking about
Marquisio,
obviously bad boy
Bonucci.
manager now doing his thing, Bonucci. But you're talking about they're like, no, we can't allow the football to go into this guy's feet. We can't allow it. The reason why we can't allow it, because if he gets it in turns, we're in trouble.
We're in trouble.
Because he's not strong, he's not the quickest, but he had the acceleration on there. But his dribbling ability and understanding of football was on a next level of his ability. Like, it was just next levels, man. Receiving it, like what Jay was saying, like just first touch, receiving it, knowing when to release it, knowing when to drop into little. He had even like the simple turn where you just receive it and he'll turn it on the spot, and then he starts off into a dribble straight away. And it's simple give and go, simple 1-2s, and understanding. Right, I need to go back, recycle. Understand? Can we play through this tight gap? I've got Messi. I'll play a little 1-2 with Messi because I know if I give it back to him into these little areas, he can make something happen. And then just popping up into fantastic areas to finish it off, bro. Finish off certain moves. I wish we could just play a highlight, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Just to show the people, because I don't know. Bro, the people don't rate the man them like that, bro. Don't rate Iniesta like that. Let's be honest, bro. You mentioned other names. This man is now retired, and all I've seen is a couple of people posted about it in terms of the main media. And they're like, and I'm like, you know, you're talking about a guy that's won everything in football, bro. One of the reasons why Spain won the Euros, because he scored the goal against Germany. Was it Euros or the what? He scored the goal to the World Cup. You're talking about one of the greatest midfielders ever to touch a pitch, from not even from an ability standpoint, but from an intelligence standpoint.
Bro, like, I don't think understanding, like, everything ENDZ, by the way, people, 100. Big up honesty. The way him and Javi scanned the pitch even before getting the ball. Like, I read something. It was weird. I don't know why this even came up as a report. This was a few months back, and they were talking about players who scan on the pitch. How many times do players scan, you know, on the pitch? And I think it was something to do with Frank Lampard. I can't remember what it was, but it was a while back. I read this. Javi was the player who had scanned the pitch the most, and Iniesta was like somewhere on that list. He wasn't as high as obviously Javi, and I think Lampard might have been like second on that list. But when you're talking about En's mentioning there about intelligence, this is why the Frank Lampards, the Javis, the Iniestas, the Zidanes, the whoever you want to throw it, this is why they're considered to be such great players, the Toni Kroosers, the Luka Modric. Like, these guys are so dope because before the balls even get into you, and I guess this is something that people try to teach kids and, you know, things like that. Know the picture before you even get what is the picture, because you want to know your next move before you get that ball, so that when you do get that ball, there isn't this kind of clunkiness about the way you're trying to do things, and maybe that guy's not, no, I already know that my pass is going over there, like these players did, like Iniesta did. He knew where that ball was going. If it's him dribbling, he knew what space he needed to dribble into. He understood the position of his body in where it needed to be in order to drive into that space, in order to, you know, keep the ball moving. But of course, you need the talent to go with that. And his close ball control, you know, was ridiculous. I was reading like obviously when they like officially announced it, because he announced it yesterday, obviously on the 8th being his number, and that when I saw like Barcelona doing their whole like that whole thing that they were doing for him, I just read a few of the reports from like the youth coaches and stuff like that, bro. And they were talking about, they were like, yeah, you don't, bro. By the way, this picture here, this is from the Nike Cup competition back in the early 90s. That's Pep Guardiola, who was obviously a first team player at the time, and that's a young Iniesta, who obviously I think they won that tournament, you know, that year. So it's funny how life kind of then moved on later on. And, you know, he's playing under, you know, Pep Guardiola to form, you know, the best team. But the coaches were saying, yeah, with Iniesta, he was small, he was shy, as En said, he wasn't strong. So I can imagine looking at him right there, I can only imagine, yeah, this brother 1v1, like in terms of trying to bully players, that's not happening. I can just tell straight away, he's not going to be able to do that. That's fine. But clearly, he must have just been super smart in the way that he played. I tried to find some videos, but I didn't want to throw it up because of copyright. But when I saw some of the videos of him as a young G, I was like, Nah, you lot are disrespecting. Like, I need to be seeing more praise for Iniesta, bro. Like, you're talking about one of the best players that you have ever seen touch a football. And said it, World Cups, Euros. He was a part of that. Like, he was a main, him obviously alongside the other players, but he was a main part. Come on, bro. Like, and I think because of his personality, in terms of the way that he was, in terms of being someone who was, relatively shy and, stuff like that. Like, I think that's why he never really got the recognition I feel that a player like him, kind of deserved, man. But listen, bro, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let me show you guys this. I just see that video, by the way.
Bro, I'm serious when it comes to football, G, bro. It's serious.
Bigger Odyssey, yes, yeah, bro. Of course he can play. I'll show you guys his excuse me. I'll show you guys his trophy haul after this, and you'll see, bro. It's ridiculous. Yeah. And Jerry, that's the problem. Everybody who played in that era, you're under these, like the Messis, the Ronaldos, like those two are just taking over. Unfortunately, because the sheer fact that Luka Modric was able to get a Ballon d'Or and Iniesta didn't. I feel like that is and by the way, I think Luka Modric is a cold player. But I just feel like that's a crime. That's a crime, for football. But yeah, and exactly, played left wing. That's what's so mad. When he played left wing, he never looked out of place. He never looked
football
like a player
intelligence, bro. Football, when you have football intelligence, bro, it don't matter where anyone put you on the football pitch, bro. You just adapt to that position. Like, oh, what do right backs do? Oh yeah, he needs to help, positionally help his defense. He needs to make sure he gets forward, help and support his winger. Be an option for for his midfielders if they can't move the ball forward. Just being intelligent, bro. On the left side, all right, maybe I'm not strong on my left foot, but as long as I keep the ball this side, and bro, it just be intelligent, and that's why he never looked out of place. I reckon you could have put him centre back, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he would have been like mad, but I reckon it would have made it look mad easy, especially the way Barcelona played, and you couldn't get the ball. Yeah, just sitting there and he's just popping and turning, bro. It's long day. It would have been long.
It's long.
He's so intelligent, man. What an intelligent player, man.
There you go, there, Jerry. Thank you for the historian lesson, my bro. This is the World 11 from 2009. By the way, me, Savage, we spoke about this before. You see, when I told man about quality of players of today's football, this isn't even the best, by the way. Like, it might, like, there's better ones you will come and see in a second. Yeah, this isn't even the best, and I can promise you, this would be the maddest 11 that you've seen this year. Like, if we did it today, like if these men were all here today, Casillas, Patrice Evra, Nemanja Vidic, John Terry, Dani Alves. Look at that bro, Stevie G. Alongside,
the level Gerrard has to be on to get into this, bro? Especially around these times with the team, because it was only him and Torres.
Yeah,
like, bro.
But remember, we were solid though. Like these times, we were solid.
Yeah, like, we were solid. Like we had Maskas and Jabbies and that. But I mean, like, do you know the levels this man has to be? Because around that time, the midfields that these men were battling against, bro, was ridiculous.
Come on, bro. Kaka and them man are still about,
Like, yeah, Seedorf, Kaka and Gattuso was the other one, and then obviously, bro. So.
Perlos, bro, it's and still Real Madrid have still got a good enough team, even though I know they weren't winning as much as obviously during this kind of period. They still had dope players. Look at that front three. I remember always thinking, yo, if this front three was real life, you've got at the time the best striker, and you've got the best right winger, and you've got the best left winger. And bro, come on.
You know what would have been mad? Because I missed the days, because you remember they used to have like Nike versus Adidas or World 11 versus Nike and stuff like that. And they used to like pick the players, and then we don't have that no more, bro. Instead of these stupid international games, this is what we should have done, bro. Okay, who's all the Nike athletes? Let's pick an 11 out of that. Who's all the Adidas athletes? Let's do a World 11 versus Europe 11. Let's do, do you know what I mean? Like, let's just do something to, a South American 11 mix against a European 11 against, do you know what I mean? Like, bro.
I think again, I 100% agree. I think people didn't like it because when Todd Bowley came in, and he had that idea about basically, that the NBA got like the All-Star game that they obviously it's only once that they do it a season, or a year, or whatever, however you want to kind of say it. But I feel like football needs that, bro, because I feel like something like that would be, as N said, imagine going, because now you've even got like New Balance have got like a couple players, you know what I mean, in their team. So you can have almost like a tournament. Like during this international break, you just have like you can have your normal international break when there's actual national, like international competitive games. When it's friendlies, forget the friendlies, do this, and it alleviates all of that, players having to play their games and in fact, to be honest, I'm even on scrapping the Nations League anyway, because I think it's shit regardless, because I don't see in South America all they're playing is the Copa America qualification. That's it. They're not playing like a Nations League, and friendlies. So why not scrap it, get rid of it, have this where we can do a tournament? Nike, Puma, Adidas, New Balance, boom.
Do you know that's where we're going to unearth some gems as well, because you're going to see some random Donny. You're like, who is this brother? But he's a Nike athlete, and he's got in the 11, and now he's cooking. You're like, raw, okay, this brother can cook. But now we don't get to see none of these games. Jesus Christ, bro.
This is 2010, Ruba.
Icon, Lucio and them man there. Jesus, Schneider. David had the control shot on smash. Villa was one of the most lethal finishers.
Eds, deep the back line, deep that they had to just put Puyol in so they could have him in left back. They had to, just so that they could fit Lucio, Puyol, and Maicon in the team. They said, Puyol, you're going left back. But look at that. See, again, Xavi and Iniesta again doing a madness.
Bro, respect the man then, bro.
Oh, respect the Xavi and Iniesta again. Like,
do you know what? If Casillas didn't go the whole time, bro.
Let me check. Yeah. 3 years in a row. 1, 2, 3. 3 years in a row. Let's see if he makes it. Right, Rooney.
Okay. And do you guys see now? So big up everyone watching. You guys see now where me and G and Sav and Jerry and the other man, then we have proper football conversation while we get annoyed when you guys try and call other people world class. And I'm not saying in their own right you can name them based on maybe longevity over a period of time. But when we're talking about ability of a football player, it's not the same anymore, man. And that's why when man are telling me like Declan Rice and these man, I'm like, bro, like these men are basic Donnies, bro. Like they're not on these man's level, bro. They're not even on these they're not even on their level. If I put Daniel Alves in midfield in an 8, he's better than Declan Rice, bro. And he's a right back.
Of course. No.
But that's what I mean. Like the standards has to be higher, bro. And we've dropped our standards to it. You know what I mean? It's mad, bro.
No,
it's mad, bro. Some of these men they're not even close to world. Not even, bro. We might as well scrap the world class level for now, bro, and just wait till people retire, bro, and then maybe just look across their career, bro. Because
I agree. I think
the world class now. Oh, what does world class mean? You can get in any team? No, it doesn't. You need your footballing ability as well, bro. Because you could be you could be the best guy in Real Madrid's team. You can come into our team and stink it up for Barcelona, bro. Because you don't know, you don't have the footballing IQ, bro, that we like. Your power and pace on. You know what I mean? You don't have the footballing IQ to come, but that's what they mean. Like, oh, if you're the best player here, that means you can. Nah, blood. Nah, it don't work like that.
That's the problem, as in said, man. With today, I get it, by the way, and I'm not trying to be no nostalgia, but merchant in terms of. Yeah, we have to move on with the times. I get it. And of course, everything is relative and everything is contextual to today's football. But I do think that, as N said, like when we're talking about quality, sometimes I'll be real. I don't even, obviously, I look at this and I'm like, fucking hell, like these men couldn't even lace their boots. But sometimes I don't even need to compare to these guys. I'm like, guys, remember, the way I look at it is, you've watched, some of you, well, most of you, you've watched these guys. So if you've watched these guys, it's not just us. You've all watched Barca, you've all watched Real, you've all watched Man United. All of these players on the screen right now in 2011, most of you, if not all of you who watch this channel, you've all watched these players. So I'm not saying you have to compare, but at what point did your standard kind of drop when we then start naming players to go into like this world-class like level? Because you've watched what world-class looked like. So the reality is, I'm not saying every player has to be on that kind of level because it's going to be impossible to be on like a Messi, Ronaldo level, fair enough. But At what point did we then say, yeah, let's just drop the standard a little bit to fit? Bro, just don't put anybody in there. As N said, you don't have to.
Don't have to be in there. It should be something that it should be something that you get to eventually.
Yes.
And you're like, there should never be like a doubt when they go, oh, Iniesta is world class. You know, if anyone says, nah, don't even think so, then you're just crazy, innit? But do you know what I mean? When they're like adding like Palmers and Saka's in there now, and I'm like, these men are now world class to you guys, bro. Saka is world class and Palmer is world class. They're good footballers, but world class.
This is 2012, bro. Yeah. Xavi, Iniesta again. Bro, they've been in there for the first 4 years that we've looked at this thing. Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, Ronaldo. They're going to be mainstays regardless because of the era that this is in. Marcelo's in there. PK,
Falcao, bro. That season, Falcao was on. I see LK's, bro. But why would you fit Nunes in there? Nah, Nunes couldn't even get on. He couldn't even get in a 40-man squad, blood.
Yeah, no.
There was a 40, man. You wouldn't be able to get into any of them teams.
But it's even mad, yeah. Forget even Nunes. Let's even go with like okay, someone I really like, yeah. I'll go with like an Isak. You think Isak is making these left, bruv?
There's man these kind of guys on this list. There's not even Shevchenko in these lists, bro. And you think Isak can get in there?
Shevchenko.
There's not even that man on there, bro, for Isak team. Well, remember, go back. How many years have we gone up to now? What year did you start off from?
I started off 2009.
Okay, so 2009, that's 1 year. 2010, 2011, 2012 is where you're at. And not once Henry's made it in this one.
Bro. You know how wild it is?
Henry has made it on this list, bro. And that's what I mean. Where the standards was that not even the coldest of coldest that we know Henry is world class to the T. Footballer, IQ, finish, where Falcao made it in this before he did, bro. That's the level that we're talking about. And not everyone can make it in there, even if we thought you were a bad boy. Yeah. But at the moment, we're just throwing people in there. Palmer, Saka's, Declan Rice. Like, world class already, bro.
And that's my problem. We're rushing to put people because we feel that there has to be people you put in these categories. There doesn't. You can just, for me, just let the man do their thing. Just leave them to do it. Whatever.
Ronaldinho ain't even made it in these lists yet. Ronaldinho has not even made it in none of them lists yet, bro. Just to add context to it, you're talking about Henry and Ronaldinho's. We're talking about generational players. And he made it in the World 11. That's where the standards was, bro.
Big up Pops in the building. Big up Philip in the building, man. Guys, it's ridiculous. We still got to keep going. Xavi and Iniesta again.
Man, had to never leave in the midfield, you know, to get him in. Nah, that's
just to get him in, because Ibrahimovic had to make the thing.
Yeah, 100%. Was, yeah.
100% microwave generation. It's true, bro. And it kind of sickens me because football is like you know what? Now I understand how them man in the NBA when they talk about certain players and they get frustrated when certain people talk about like some of these new players. I'm like, I get it. I get why you're angry because you've seen like in your obviously it's just perception and it's your own opinion, right? But in your eyes, you've seen greatness, like pure greatness. Guys, in all of these teams that we've just checked from 2009 to 2013 now, we all know you take every single player. I don't care what team you are. Barcelona today will take these players. Real Madrid today would take some of these players. Don't let Savage fool you, because I know he would take some of these players. Of course you would. These men are ballers, bro. Like absolute ballers. Sorry, honestly, I didn't mean to make you depressed, bro. I apologize. But we're here to talk about Iniesta at the end of the day. Do you get what I'm saying? And he's a part of this kind of era. Do you get what I'm trying? Thiago Silva making his first kind of appearance on this list. And
you know the thing is as well, G, it's not like, do you know, like when we talk about football, it's not like for certain man, like we're at the back end trying to watch a Pele and Maradona when these man. We're talking about these generation has just gone by. It's not been so long. You would either have just been born, so you got to see the back end of it, but properly, and then you would have been able to, because now you had the social media, you have YouTube, you have all of these things. You can go and actually look and see what you can go back and type in Barcelona versus Real Madrid 2011. But do you know what I mean? You've got that now, and the laziness not to do that is crazy, bro. And then to then compare these guys and then throw in like random players in the world-class list, that's what irritates the life out of me. because I'm like, there's no way I'm dropping my standards to allow anyone to get in just because he's had a good season. And I'm looking around going, like the Palmer situation, for an example, absolute baller. He can play. Don't get me wrong. He can play. But we need to wait and see what happens. He's doing well at Chelsea, but you remember, this is the same guy that Man City didn't keep, bro. If he was that important to them and they believed that he was the guy, they would have kept him. They would have kept him, bro.
It's true.
But they realized he's a dime a dozen. We have Oscar Bob. And injured, didn't he? So obviously he would have been the guy coming in and taking the mantelpiece and playing Savinho. You know, we got these men are a dime a dozen, the left-footed dribblers, jinky majinky dons. It's a dime a dozen. It's not like finding a player like an Iniesta right now, bro. You can't find a player like a Gavi. You can't. You can't find these guys, bro. Find a player like Robin. You can't.
Myth. You're definitely not finding a player like Robin.
Even the goalkeeper thing now is a myth, bro. They add in Raya, bro.
Yeah, this is Arsenal fans needing
this
to be a
man
bit
came
relevant.
from Brentford, one of the most shittest goalkeepers no one rated 3 seasons ago, goes to Arsenal all of a sudden. Yeah, he's world class. I see their news outlets, oh my days, he's a brick wall. Look at this save. I'm like, the shots that are at him. And that's why when we talk about Alisson all the time, we were like, that's why we never big up his saves. We're like, well, that's a save, innit?
Bro, that's one thing I'll say about Ali, and I've always said it when I talk about like Liverpool's, like when someone asks me like, who's a world-class player for Liverpool, the first 2 names that pop up straight away, because I still think, because I say that they're currently world-class, are Ali and Virgil. Where the Salah comes in is like, yeah, he is, but like I wouldn't call it currently. It's weird with him. But you see, Ali and Virgil, Ali in particular, in this conversation, bro, the saves that Ali makes, as N said, man will still give him a 7 at rating. I'll be like, yeah, he made that one save. Yeah, that was a dope save, but outside of that, he didn't really do anything. Whereas I know for a fact, if them man were doing it for like Raya or Vicarios and like all of these other like kind of dead goalkeepers, they were giving them 10s. I'm like,
see the Champions League one when the man shot him and the rebound was at him again, and they said, "Oh my days, world-class double save." And
yeah,
like,
it wasn't a world-class double save.
Both shots were at him.
It was a good save, but just
if my goalkeeper don't save that, I would have to look at him sideways, bro. I'm like, I can understand bottom corner tip, then you're diving across, get to the other bottom corner, and you tip it right. I'm like, Jesus Christ, reaction speed, all of that great stuff. But when the shots are straight at you, bro, like, save it, innit, bro? Like, your job is to save. You got gloves on, bro. Just save it, innit? Just push it away, bro.
Honestly, I'm going to get to that question. No, it's facts. Honestly, I'll get to that question as soon as we go through the last couple slides of this. But this is obviously...
They had to move Messi up front, bro. Man, I had to get Robin in.
But look at the list. Iniesta, no Javi. This is what I'm talking about, bro. When man say put respect on Iniesta's name, bro, we got a list that's got Iniesta, no Javi.
Has Iniesta made every list, bro, in midfield so far? Can we just recycle just my own sanity?
Yeah, of course you can.
Just your own sanity. So
2009,
1,
2010,
2,
2011, 2012, 2013, 2014. He's made every single so far, and I have not finished this list so far. So we're on from 2009 to 2014. Iniesta has made every World 11 list. Let's go to 2015.
Iniesta.
You know, this is when the Pogbas and the Modrics are starting to make their own name in the game. This guy's already 6 years deep. 6 years he's made this 11, by the way, guys.
Bro, the levels that Ronaldo and Messi was showing, he had to move a winger as a striker, bro.
Yeah.
You know how mad that is, bro.
Yeah. Them man,
you have to move a winger as a striker. Wow, Modric. Yeah, fucking hell. Look at bro. Big up everyone in the chat, by the way, guys.
Big up. GN. Now you see how your dads and granddads felt when certain names. Yeah. No, this is what we were saying literally just a minute ago about. Now, I get it now why people of the older generation at the time we used to get so angry with certain things, but even they agree with most of these kind of players. Like even they agree because they know, brother, these men are, you know what I'm saying? Like these men are top players, kind of thing. Big up Tyler in the building.
Anyone even like Modric at the moment? Big up Tyler. There's not even anyone like Modric at the moment, bro.
No,
like we're trying to,
bro. We're trying to make players into something. Alisson's the best keeper I've ever seen. And he's been watching since 1977. There you go, people. So I say, you know what I mean? Like, if you're good, you'll go through all of the eras that you've watched football, and you'll do it subconsciously, but you'll think to yourself, is he better than this player from that, bro? Right now, there's no players. That's why I like Musiala so much. I know Enns mentioned Curtis Jones, but Musiala is another player that I liken to Iniesta in the way that he's so good at creating space for himself to be able to maneuver forward. He can attack the space really well, close ball control. The way he even dribbles is very similar. They're players who are not necessarily rapid or fast, but they can use their pace really, really well. So they're he was just another player. But again, this 11 here, like, this is when Pogba was Pogba. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the Pogba I remember.
That Swaz Pogba, Juve Pogba.
Bro. You can tell by the hair.
Shot blood. Yeah, the hairstyle. That Pogba is a demon.
Absolute demon. 2016. Look, he's still making the 11s. Iniesta. By the way, Xavi has not made the last two, by the way. By the way, I love Xavi, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, just to show you the level.
Respect. This is the level of a player who has made it since 2009 all the way through to 2016. And by the way, Barcelona were not winning every single season in these years, by the way. I can promise you that they weren't winning every single year. And this guy is still, alongside Messi and Ronaldo, he has been the most consistent individual. Put fucking respect on the guy's name, please. Please, man.
Tyler, bro, what am I tagged with Darwin now, man? You know what? I'll take the man too. You know what? I'll protect the players. Remember, I was the Gomez protector, bro.
Yeah, true.
I was a Gomez protector. I'll protect Darwin as well, man. It is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Someone has to protect the players.
No, that's fair enough. Enns could be the martyr.
I'll take all the criticism if you guys, don't pass it to these, man. Just send it my way.
Honestly saying, bro, I'm so happy I sat down with my little bro and let him see about Gerrard, Henry, R9, all those ballers, Xavi, and Iniesta, because he should know about my generation. Of course. Of course. You think I'm going to be showing my son what?
No, Jinky Majinky.
Jinky. How we talking Iniesta even?
No, it's a chat, bro. There's a chat. You know what I mean? It's Sam, bro.
Big up, Sam. 2017 again, another year straight. Iniesta in the fucking building. Now the Toni Krooses and the Modrics are starting to really implement their thing on Real Madrid. I think at this time, again, Messi, Ronaldo, but that's kind of normal. Neymar in there, the back four. Dani Alves has made a lot of these lists, by the way. Marcelo's in there.
Different levels, man.
Like, it's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. That's the last one. That was the last World 11 that Iniesta ever made. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He made 9 years in a row. And I think alongside Messi and Ronaldo in that period, it was only those three who made every single list in that period. So Iniesta, Messi, Ronaldo. Those are the only players who kept making the list.
That was in an era with bad boy players, you know. They didn't
look at the midfield ends. Bro, I'm seeing the midfield change. Like,
they had to put wingers in midfield. They had to put wingers up top to get them in because they were too good.
Bro,
Can you do me a favor? What was the last World 11?
I'll show you right now.
Please, if you can. What was the last?
What year we're in now? We're in year
2024. So it'll be 23. Have they done that 2024 one yet?
I don't think so. Because the Ballon d'Or hasn't come up yet. Yeah. World 11, 2023. Let's see who we've got. But you lot see it's going to be bust up, you know. I feel like. Oh, man, some of it you'll. All right, I'm going to just share the screen, yeah?
Cool. World 11, 2023.
That's the World 11. That's last year's. Then if you guys see it, you guys.
So we ain't got okay, so we're going 4 attackers, 3 in midfield, and 3 at the back.
Yes.
John Stones, Diaz. So basically, the World 11 is just full of Man City players.
Yeah. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6. And then the rest is made up of Other players from other teams.
3 from Real Madrid. 3 from Real Madrid.
And
where was Met last year? He was at Miami, innit? How did he get in there from Inter Miami, bro?
Nah, but I'm sure he would have moved.
That for World Cup or something from the back end of the World Cup.
Yeah, I think that's when they've done it for not for 2023. They've done it for 2022, and then the winner gets announced in 2023. Okay. Yeah. So I think that's why.
That's
but to be fair, that would make sense actually for Man City then, because didn't they win the treble in? Was it 2022? No, they won in 2023 actually. Yeah, they won in 2023.
You see, that's a good point. Okay, mate, because they won the treble. But this is what I mean. Even back then, teams were winning doubles and whatever, but all their players weren't getting in there because there was selected guys. Because there was other guys in the world that was doing sick. They just weren't coming up. They might not have won a major trophy, but they had a really good season and they were doing bits, and they would make it into the team. Where here is literally just because they won the Champions League and Real Madrid won the La Liga. That's it.
Honestly, this stuff, it just makes me laugh sometimes, like when I look at some of this stuff. And you know what, people? It's probably why and I know I shouldn't really, but it's probably why when you hear me talk about players in general, why I'm always like, yeah, no, I think it's dead. Like, but it's a subconscious thing. I don't mean to do it because I shouldn't necessarily compare to some of these, like, you know, generational great players, of course, because that's maybe a bit unfair, especially because these guys are still kind of playing as well. But even still, when I was watching some of these players, like even looking at the last one that Iniesta was even in, like Neymar, like even a prime Toni Kroos and Modric, like let's go back a few years. Like even the Schneiders, I remember when people were saying, "Oh, why did Schneider win the Ballon d'Or? Like he should have won it whatever year." Bro. Yeah, like all of bro, like you're talking about Schneider, like. This is a guy who, alongside the Modric's and the Iniestas, the Javis, and all these guys, these are guys who should have Ballon d'Ors. If it wasn't for Messi and Ronaldo, they should. In a normal world, their man would have Ballon d'Ors. They would fully have Ballon d'Ors.
Yeah. No Cambiasso, no Zanetti's in these ones.
Come on, bro. Like, it's ridiculous, like the kind of levels, you know what I mean, that we're kind of seeing here. But
then listen, let's go back to last year then, G, just quickly. Is there any other players around the world, and maybe the chat can get involved as well, man? Was there not anyone else around the world you could have put in there just based off of how well they did in the season? You can't just, I know obviously it's going to be based around obviously winning trophies, which that can play.
But remember, they changed basically almost like the definition of winning the Ballon d'Or. I don't know if you remember, they changed what it actually was for you to win the Ballon d'Or, because people kept saying, I think because Messi kept winning it, people kept saying like, oh, you can't include, like, it was like a time frame that you had between a certain time frame kind of thing. I remember they changed the whole definition. I was like, okay, fair enough.
I'm just trying to think, bro, like, there's anyone else around the world you'd have been like, nah, he should have been in the World 11. He was really good.
If this is 2023, okay, so if this is 2023, we're saying for the 22, 23.
Maybe you have to look back at who won what league, who was doing well in that particular league, and then say, like, they won their league, they should be in. And if they,
yeah, but ends, you know what's mad about this? Yeah, I shouldn't really have to even think like this. This is only a year ago. I should just already know off the top of my head. Nah, he's a baller. He was balling. Remember, I could tell you from 2009.
That's why I asked, bro.
Yeah.
But that's why I asked, because they show you, even though players are doing well, it don't matter, because no one cares. It's about who wins the Champions League. That's it.
Yeah.
Bro. Who wins the Champions League? Who wins the La Liga? Who wins the Premier League? And that's it.
It's true.
Mbappe gets in it because he's just Mbappe, innit?
Yeah, he's just Mbappe. You just be there. Yeah,
just add him to the list, man. So Modric didn't have a part to play in this. You know what I mean? Real Madrid winning it.
Oh yeah.
Toni Kroos didn't have a part to play. Like, he had a really good season. Bellingham had a really good season, to be fair. Vinny did as well. Courtois, I don't remember Courtois being good though, bro. I just remember him just.
But you know what's happened? I almost feel like with the goalkeeping situation, remember you had Casillas, Buffon, Neuer, all of these guys. Like, you had
Ederson in there as being the better goalkeeper in that last year. I don't know what his clean sheets was like. I'm just trying to think about teams that won big trophies and see what did they go. Their goalkeeper must have the part to play in it.
I can't even honestly, like, I'm trying to think. Like, I'm generally, let me even take a look at who won what leagues. We're looking. So this is the FIFA World 11 2023, yeah. So they've done it from... Well, Lionel Messi's made 17 of these lists. That's great. Okay, so they've done it from 19th of December 2022 to August 2023. So what was happening? So basically the 22-23 season is effectively what you would have won it for, right? So who won what? So, okay, Man City won the treble. So what? No, so maybe Inter Milan players? Because I'm sure Inter Milan won something that year. Oh, let me check. Inter Milan 22-23 season. No, maybe they didn't. I thought they did. No. Oh, yeah, they won Coppa Italia. Okay, so no, they came second in Champions League, came third in Serie A, so they wouldn't have had any players in there. Yeah, it was the treble season for Manchester City. So Man City would just clean up anyway, just because. Yeah, so you're right, Dustin.
Real Madrid, Leverkusen, like even the Leverkusen players, bro. Didn't them man they went unbeaten in their season as well, bro? Like,
nah, but not 23, not 22-23. Remember, there's a 23-24.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Maybe for this one right now, they should have players.
Okay, I want to see what this one does because I need to see a variant of players, bro. I can't just keep seeing Real Madrid and Man City players in there, bro.
Especially when. Like, I'll be real.
All of them played, like, all of the Man City players, they all didn't just ball out the whole season, bro. Like, I don't remember, like, I remember in moments Jon Stones did for Man City last season. But I don't remember, like, the whole season Jon Stones was the guy. And, do you know what I mean? Like, without Jon Stones, I didn't get that vibe, bro.
Yeah, no.
Where's Rodri in this list as well? Is Rodri not in that list?
Nah, that's what I'm saying. I think this is what everyone was getting mad because they were like, how is Rodri not making the list? Well, you better start doing what you did for these man back in the day. You better just put Rodri at centre back or something, just to put him on the in.
These man need to go back to making an actual defense and go. Who was the best right back in the world? Who was the best left back? Who was the two best centre backs? Who was the best three midfielders and who was the best three forwards? They need to go back to that, bro. All of this formation. Who's playing 4-3-3 at the back? Like 4 up top, 3 at the back, 3 in midfield. No one's doing that.
That's a 3-3-4.
So now we're just adding players. You know what I mean? We're just now just putting players in for the sake of putting players in. Was Kyle Walker the best right back in the world last season? Then you can compare him against the others. Was he the season ago? Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Dustin, I would have like Akanji was definitely a name that. But okay, Jon Stones, I wouldn't have said for a full season. There was a back end of the season. Yes, he was probably their best player. Yeah. But I wouldn't have said because he was injured though. I'm sure he was injured. Like
it was injured in and out the team for a little bit. Like he might have like accumulated a lot of games maybe from sub appearance.
Yeah, but not a lot of balling games. Like
no, but that is that the season though. But is that the season? Because I'm thinking of last. Was that the season when they went into the box 2? Because if that's the season when they went into that box 2 in the midfield, yeah, Jon Stones was mad still.
That was the year. It was definitely that year that we saw that.
Them two, him and Rodri were cold in that box 2 thing that they did.
Yeah, but even he only played. I say only, but in all competitions, he only played 34 matches.
And they won the treble, right?
Yeah, and they won the treble. Yeah, they won the treble.
So that
he only played 23.
A hell of a lot more games. Yeah, you'd have played a hell of a lot more games then.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, bro. There's 38 games in the Premier League, so you're telling me he missed 15 matches in the Premier League on top of
basically half the games.
Effectively. Just under half of the game.
18-game turnaround, isn't it? So, okay.
This is what I'm saying, and this, and remember, obviously I'm just looking on Wikipedia, but this isn't all starts. He didn't start all 24 games, 23 games. So some of these are sub appearances. So I'll check it. I'll check that in a sec. But yeah, listen, look, this is why I always say with these things, it always will end up you always end up with these kind of things where it's like you've got to just throw people into the mix, because if you don't throw people into the mix, then basically they wouldn't be able to build an 11. I promise you. Are you telling me that you couldn't find, and Messi, favorite player of all time, you telling me you cannot find no right wing, like there was no other right winger in the whole of football that could have gone into that position?
Apparently not, bro. Nah, Sam, shut up, Sam, man. You see,
bro, get your snobbery
Yeah, bro. None of
behavior
them
out
bro.
of it. Get
No,
out of it. Take KDB out
of here, man.
for Rodri and take out Stones for Akanji. Oh, guys, it's mad, man. It's mad. All right, before we head on out, as I said, guys, they want to make this too long. We're going to rank 20 midfielders. Now, before anybody gets mad, like I said earlier on in the show, for anybody who missed it, I've just plucked 20 midfielders, past and present, from 1990 onwards. So you'll see a couple man from, the early 2000s and etc., right? There's only 20. I've already done my top 20 and I'll show you guys afterwards. I just want to see where ENDZ is going to place these players and then we'll compare his list to my list.
Okay. Pressure. Okay.
Yeah. Well, really, there's no pressure, my bro. Do you know what I'm saying? You just do the best that you can and then we can take it from there.
I appreciate that. That's what my teacher used to say. Just do the best.
Hey, listen. Just do
your best, man. You're good.
All right. So these are the 20 midfielders that I've put up on this list.
Cool.
Just let me know if you need me to make it.
Yeah.
But you can start wherever you want. No, I'll pick up. No, let me pick up.
Yeah, you pick and I'll put them. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. All right. Let's start off anyway. Iniesta. Where would you place him on this
five?
list?
He's top 5. Where?
So
put him in that. Yeah, put him there. Put him up there. Put him up. Just throw him in there for now. He's one until I shuffle it about. I'll tell you where I want him to adjust.
Okay, cool. All right. Next up, Kaká.
Jesus Christ, blood. Oh my days. How many is top 20? All right, put Kaká up in the top 5 as well for now.
Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah, put him up there for now. But I'm gonna shuffle it. I'll shuffle it.
No, that's good. That's good.
I want to shuffle it, but I want to see what's going on.
Pirlo.
Oh my, yeah, top 2. He's in the top 2. So far. Yeah, shuffle him. Put Kaká 3rd. Yeah.
Frank Lampard.
10. No disrespect to Frank, man. Frank was all right still, but yeah, had some good passes, scored some good goals in that.
Guys, let me know. Of course, I'll try and get through all of them whilst we're doing this. Next up, Makalele.
He's cold. Don't get me wrong, but he wasn't my style of football. If that makes sense.
You don't have to explain your reason.
Because I know people are gonna have a go at me. What you mean about Makalele? Like, just put him down in 16th to 20, and then we'll shuffle him around down there somewhere. Cool. This wasn't my type of book. Like, you know what I mean? Cold. Just, you know what I mean? Not my style of play. I didn't look at him and go, I want to be Makalele, you know.
Nah, but that's not fair because you can't say, yeah, you didn't look at him because you didn't want to be a goalkeeper either. So now this one I agree with Savage. That's kind of a snobbish behavior still.
I am just saying, bro. Let's go. Who's next?
All right, next up we'll go with Fabregas.
7th for now. So put him in the top 10. Fabregas was so cold, man.
Stupidly.
That Arsenal had him.
Gosh, bro, it pissed me off. Schweinsteiger.
11th to 15th.
He's such a weird player, you know. He wasn't really my kind of guy. I can't lie. Like,
very good though. From an international stage as well.
Yeah,
he was the guy, man.
No, 100%. Stevie G.
Put Stevie next to Iniesta for me, please.
Just
put him next to him, please. Thank you. Yeah, I mean.
All right. Ballack.
In front of Schweinsteiger.
In front of Schweinsteiger.
Yeah.
Fairs. Rodri. He was the most difficult one when I had to place him.
Do you know what it is? Because of the hype in it of the fan, not even the fans. hype of this generation now. He's like, to them, he's the savior of all saviors. And Man City can't play football now because Rodri is injured for the whole season. Put him in front of Ballack.
In front of Ballack.
Yeah.
Cool. Yaya.
Schweinsteiger and Ballack can do his job. Yaya, top five.
Top five.
Yeah, for now. Slide Kaka, 1 over. Yeah.
Cool. Xavi.
Oh, fuck's sake, who comes out?
This is where it starts to get tricky, bro. Like,
take Perlo out. Move him one down. Move him one down. Put in the and then put slide Xavi next to Gerrard. Yeah.
Hey, this is funny. Patrick Vieira.
He's in the top 10.
Okay.
In front of Lamps.
Just quickly before we continue, Xavi instead of Yaya. I hear it. Rodri hype. He's and this is what I was saying. It's difficult because he's still playing football, kind of thing. Like all these other guys have retired.
I don't think he gets any better. I just think he'll win more trophies, which doesn't deem whether I think you're a better footballer or not. The team you're in, I expect you to win. I don't think Rodri gets any better than what he is. Like, what is he going to do? Win extra tackles? Score an extra goal? He's cold, but yeah.
I'm going to leave that one to last. Xabi Alonso. Let me look at my list, actually. Where did I put Xabi Alonso?
In front of Lampard. So in between Vieira and Lamps,
KDB. Kevin De Bruyne.
Drop Lampard one down and put KDB in there.
Sure, Lampard one down. Put KDB in there.
And put Lampard at the front.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Paul Scholes.
Throw him down, but behind. No, it's higher than that. Up in the 11 for 50. Yeah, it's all right there. It's cool there.
All right. Now, I know say that these men are not going on the bottom, so this is going to be interesting.
That's
Busquets.
Fucking all right, drop. Oh, this Busquets is gone.
Bro, like, that's what when you start putting certain players, I was like, he can see the other players, right? All right, cool. Fair.
Yeah, no, but as I said, I was shuffling it.
Yeah, no, fair.
I'm just based on the. I can't just put. You ain't going to be able to hold someone at 15. Do you know what I mean? We have to. He's in the top 10. I just don't know who I'm taking out of the top 10. Drop KDB one down.
Yes.
So he goes in front of Lampard. Yeah. And then put Busquets in there.
And then someone's got to drop down if they're 11 to 15.
Someone has to drop down. If I had to pick one, put Schweinsteiger. No, sorry. His Scholes there. Yeah, put Scholes down. Sorry.
So Scholes down instead.
Yeah, Scholes down. Bastian is, Scholes had some good range of passing on him, as the beer would say.
Luka Modric.
Alonso one down.
Alonso one down.
Yeah. Move Balak. Nope. Schweinsteiger 1 down. And then add Modric to that top bit. Move Modric across to in between. Yeah.
Cool. Cruz.
Move Balak down and put Cruz in there. And put Cruz. Yeah, no, he's fine there. Yeah, he's fine there.
Zinedine Zidane.
Fucking hell, blood.
This is where a lot of shifting is probably gonna have to get done. But...
No, I'm cool, bro.
Cool. And I'm saying Cruz should be top 10. Hey, this is ENDZ, not mine. Man said drop. I think honestly, drop Kaka. For Busquets, drop KDB 1 low and drops goals on there. Fuck it up.
Drop Kaka, that's the bro.
Hey, guys, this is not my list. This is ENDZ's list. You fight with ENDZ about this list.
Move Kaka down 1. Drop. Yeah, you put him in. Let me see. Zidane.
Yeah, he's there. He's up there. I just put him in 4th.
All right, cool. 1 second. Yes.
I'll be just warning you, bro.
That's hard. Yappy.
You know when you gotta think like in your head, you're like,
no, because what players I rate highly.
Yeah.
Bro.
This is what I'm saying.
Move Yaya.
A lot of it just comes down to your own preference.
Yeah, move Yaya 1 down.
Who goes
move
up?
Modric 1 up. Yeah.
So
I have to move someone from there, don't I?
Yeah, someone needs to go down into the 16 to 20.
Okay, cool. Move Yaya in front of Perlo. Move Busquets in front of Fab. Take Fabregas down and put him at 11th. Sorry, Fab, bro, but you know what I mean. Is that it? Do I need to move any more? Or is that?
Yeah, no, you still got one. Like someone's missing in the 16 to 20. You got 1 extra in the 11 to 15. Someone got to drop down to that bottom, bro. Sounds mad when you say like that.
And then have to release someone else, bro.
And
said, I release you. KDB passing, Fabregas. It's just cooking.
How about read that?
No, I'm just thinking, like, what would I prefer?
The attributes, boy.
Yeah, drop Rodri down. I'll leave the rest of it.
Drop Rodri down?
Yeah, drop Rodri down and put him at the top of these guys, at the top of the bottom guys. So 16.
Fair. Are you happy? Are you happy with your list? So reading it. Sorry,
okay, go.
No, I was just going to say, reading it, guys, is from left to right is 1st to 5th and then 6th.
Okay, so Iniesta, Gerrard, Xavi, Zidane, Modric.
Are you happy with this? You got time, bro. Like, if you need to
move Vieira up to the top 5.
To the top.
Yeah.
Who comes down?
Modric. Yeah. Move Modric in front of Yaya. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. No, I'll keep that. No, actually, no. You see at the bottom, can we move Paul Scholes at the end, please?
Put him as the last player.
Yeah. Players can say all they want about Paul Scholes was all right. No, he was all right, man. Couldn't tackle for shit, bro.
Yeah, the men I'm in here are not happy with top 5 and that. Sorry, yeah, Dustin, as I said before, I just picked random 20. I didn't pick like a solidified like 20 players. Bro, I can't do that. Because like there's too many players. Like I didn't even put Seedorf and all these guys in there. I just picked like tried to find some ones where you're gonna really have to think like, yo, but who goes in? I even had Riquelme actually in my original one.
Oh, if you had Riquelme, it would have made my top 5. I ain't even gonna lie. If you would have put him in, man, then would have been upset, bro. I'm like, what have we won? Where is his GA? I know the thing. I'm like, bro, just watch him play and you know why he's in there. But yeah, I'll leave it there. I mean, that's what I'll have. Yeah, well, you don't move him, bro. Did you move him?
Sorry. No, sorry. So you put in, sorry, Modric.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's fine.
So guys, this is Enzo's top 20 from the list of players that I gave him. In first place, we've gone with Iniesta. Second place, we've gone with Stevie G. Third place, we have gone with Xavi Hernandez. In fourth, quite controversial, we've gone with Zinedine Zidane. And then in fifth place, which was interesting, I didn't think he would do that, he's gone with Patrick Vieira. From 6th to 10th, we've got Modric, Yaya, Pirlo, Busquets, and Kaká. From 11th to 15th, we've got Fabregas, KDB, Alonso, Lampard, Toni Kroos. And from 16th to 20th, we have got Rodri, Makelele, Schweinsteiger, Ballack, and Paul Scholes. I said no Sanderberg. Yeah.
Nah, not Sanderberg.
He would have been third, to be fair. All right, I'm going to show you my list. And I'm gonna try and compare it. Probably there was a way I could put 2 up on the screen, but that requires a lot of faffing about. Okay. So Ends had okay, I think this is Enz's one. You know, I've got both of ours up on the screen.
Gerard's gonna be on G's list. Nah, probably.
Why does Gerard is gonna be low? I can tell. Where do you think I put Gerard on my list? Where do you think I put him?
6th.
My list will surprise you, bro. My list will surprise you.
It's the same list, bro. I reckon he's 6th.
Yeah, no, it's literally the exact same. There's no difference.
Okay, I reckon he's 6th. Yeah.
I'll show you right now.
All right, 1 off, blood. 1 off. 1 off. Okay. Nan Modric. Kaká. Lampard got high. Rodri, Scholes. Fabregas. To be fair, our bottom list is quite close to in terms of what we put. So the 3 down there, the Makelele, Schweinsteiger, and Ballack.
Yeah.
The middle ground, you put Rodri slightly higher. That's fair. It's fair. Pirlo still, but yeah, our top list apart from Lampard, I want to say, who did I have instead of him?
In what's that?
Vieira. So instead of Lampard, I had Vieira.
Yeah. But I had Lampard way higher because when I looked at it, I was like, bro, he was the midfield. Like, when I saw the goals that he had scored, I said, brother, Lampard has to be a top 10 midfielder. Like, in my eyes. Obviously, by the way, people, if we start throwing in other names, some of these mans, you know what I mean? Where'd you get that message? Come on, bro. I'm not fully biased.
He said top 2 Barcelona, man. To be fair, if you would have had Busquets in your top 3, I'd have been like,
but this is what I'm saying. This is why I said if I was being honest, super honest, nah, I don't think he's a top 3 midfielder of all time. Like, he's a part of a midfield, I would say is the best midfield, but as a player, nah, he's not that. He's not that kind of player. Like, not when Gerard is about Zinedine Zidane and all these guys. Like, man, that's too disrespectful. But the top two, that's pure bias, as in I'm not even changing it for anything. Like I wouldn't even change it. I have to have like Iniesta is my favorite midfielder of all time, so he had to be first. Xavi for me is just the best midfielder I can think of. But Gerrard had to be in that top 5 though, because I was like
all round.
I give Gerrard a lot of I give him a lot of stick, but as an all-round midfielder, abilities, if I had to go through every attribute that Gerrard has got, he has to be a top 5 midfielder. Luka Modric, I think with him, it was just more like, brother, you've been balling out for so long that I felt like it was almost just by default I had to put you in here. Like just
where did I put Luka? Did I put him 6th? Is that where I put Luka?
You've got Luka. Yeah, you put 6, literally. Because you had Vieira. Remember you swapped him with Vieira.
Yeah.
Vieira, tough one.
Vieira was mad, bro. I know, but his preference in terms of midfielders.
Yeah.
So his preference in terms of midfielders. But yeah, Vieira was different levels as well, man. Like,
but the bottom row, I'll keep it a buck. See Schweinsteiger and Ballack. I was like, man, like,
but the thing is, they were very like, especially like Leverkusen's Ballack, was mad as well, bro. Like that Ballack was different levels. The Chelsea one left the, you know what I mean? I didn't expect him to make it to the Premier League and Swine coming to play for Man United. So I feel like that with the recency stuff, I think that we kind of, not them, but Bayern Munich and Leverkusen's Ballack and Schweinsteiger, that's mad levels still.
Honestly, he's asking, where would we put, if we had to put Beckham on this list? You go first. Where would you put Beckham?
In the bottom row.
If you had to put him. Yes. Yeah,
in the bottom row.
In the bottom, 16 to 20. Yeah. 60,
yeah, he's down there. He's down there, bro.
We got Bonkers LFC. Where would you put David Silva?
Oh my days. Who did I have in my top? Not my top 10, but my from 5 to 10.
5 to 10, 6 to 10. You had Modric, Yaya, Pirlo, Bush. You're not putting them in there. Busquets, Kaka.
No, say that again. Say it again.
So Modric 6, Yaya 7, Pirlo 8th, Busquets 9th, Kaka 10th.
I would move Kaka down to put him in. Yeah, I'll move him down. Bro, Kaka, bro, such a baller, man. But talking about one of the best 10s in the world ever, you know. But hey, Kaka at AC Milan was a different breed of player, man. Top of the diamond team. Oh
Say no more. Yeah, with the both. Yeah,
but David Silva was a different type of baller, bro. He's different.
Come on, bro. David Silva.
David Silva, different baller.
Big up. Guys, any more questions before we head on out of here? G, who are the top 5 players you've seen at Liverpool that resemble Iniesta?
Crazy. We were just talking about this at the start.
Honestly, yeah, we literally, literally. I'll be real. The only player I can think of is Coutinho. That's it.
Or is he saying that's ever been or now? You've seen at Liverpool. Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Just players I've seen at Liverpool. So I guess just a player that I've seen obviously just play for Liverpool. I can only, for me, this is just me, and I'm going to ask Enz in a second. I would only go with Coutinho and just Coutinho. I can't think of any other player like that. What about you, Enz?
Because that's what we spoke about at the start of the stream, innit? So, start of the stream, I said CJ. I said he'll get. I don't know if he can ever get there, but just in terms of style of how they play, he's probably the closest one. It's crazy, but yeah, I know what you mean. If you're asking about entirety of Liverpool, Coutinho was mad still. So yeah, he's probably the closest in terms of dribbling, being able to beat players easily and stuff like that. So
Coutinho,
Coutinho. But if you're asking me about the squad now, CJ.
Okay, cool. You know, if I had to pick a player for the squad now, then probably would be. It would have to be someone like Curtis Jones. He's asking Ginny. Nah. Alonso. Alonso is never. Bro, they're completely different.
Completely different.
Yeah, Ginny, nah. Ginny wasn't that. Like, it has to be of Coutinho Curtis Jones, like there's a way that these guys move, yeah, man. So it has to be Igor Bishkan, you know, get the fuck out.
What goal did he score, bro? Where is Salah on this list, wingers? And when G does the list, then you see, bro.
No, listen, guys, you guys missed it. Bro, ENDZ has been doing the ranking shows for time. We've spoken about the wingers, the strikers, the old school wingers, the old school strikers, the midfielders, goalkeeper, like we've done them, man. Defenders, like we've done all of them. So guys, just go and check it out. Obviously, we can do something along those lines, though. Obviously, I want to get the man demo. This was just because we were talking about Iniesta specifically. And I just wanted to see also where ENDZ would actually rate Iniesta, to be fair, on this list. But
number one, yeah. No,
I know. Last one. Do you think Griezmann is world class or a level below?
I think he's had world class type games, but I don't think he's world class.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had like games where he's gone like raw, it's turned up. The Barcelona move was dead. I think I've only seen him at his best at Atletico.
Yeah.
First or second season. But other than that, yeah, I ain't really seen. For France, I've seen a couple of good games, but I haven't gone like, oh my days, Griezmann. But would I take him at Liverpool Football Club? Yes. He's free as well at the end of the summer, right? So, yeah, I mean. Bro, there's no winger, sir, so how can I add him? He's not a midfielder, so I can't put him in there.
Where would you have put Pogba?
In the midfielders?
Yeah, in this list, that if we had put Pogba on the list, I'll see your
top 15.
List. Top 15.
Yeah, I'll put him in. I wouldn't put him in my top 10. Then ballers, there's too many ballers.
All right, in your 11 to 15, you've got Fabregas, KDB, Alonso, Lampard, and Toni Kroos. Would you knock anyone out of those?
Lampard.
Okay, just wanted to know. And I just wanted to know, just in case you.
I do rate KDB, bro. Even though he's in the middle ground, I do rate him. Bro. I
mean, nah, man. Big up, guys, man. We're gonna call it time there. This is actually pretty good. Listen, man. Iniesta, obviously, he's called time. On a fantastic career. Talking about one of the greatest midfielders, my favorite midfielder, my top midfielder ever that I've ever seen, and to this day, I still ain't seeing no one, better than this guy. ENDZ, please tell the people, what have we got coming up to?
Great stream as always, man. Guys, please like the video, share it, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. We've got the members Q&A at 9 o'clock. Hopefully get Savage and G on. We'll chop it up, man. I've got a couple of topics to speak about. It is going to be live, but it is only going to be a members chat. So, guys, if you're not a member, apologies. Obviously, you'll be able to watch it. But if you want to get involved and interact, you have to become a member. There's 3 tiers as well if you guys want to become a member. So, if you guys want to show that support, jump in, man. If not, you want to kick back and watch it, man. But we'll be chopping it up at 9 o'clock and on my channel.
You heard it here first. Last question from Honesty before we head on out of here. But yes, as ENDZ said, please come join us this evening, man. I like it's always chilled vibe on ENDZ's member shows. So just come, man. Just vibes. You know what I'm saying? And ENDZ still need to do another. I don't know if you have done it. You need to do another reaction video. I think that'd be pretty fun. But I guess because
I'm literally, as you know what I was doing that's why I was late. So apologies again. I was reacting to another one, so I'm filming that as we speak. But I'm at the half. I think I'm nearly finished. And then that'll be out on the reaction still.
Okay. This is a good question. This is a very good question, Honesty, man. So this is a good question to head on out. And people in the chat, let me know your answer, please. Name a player that doesn't get the hype, but he is on a world-class level. Most people saying Son. Name a player that doesn't get the hype, but he is on a world-class level. But I feel like I hype him up enough.
One name couple of names coming to mind, but I'm trying to decipher between the couple of names. I had to look up to the ancestors. Maybe they can give me, the information.
And this is why I look up to the ancestors, bro.
Yeah, sometimes you have to get the information.
If you want my honest opinion, personally, I don't feel like Musiala gets the hype and credit that he should get, and I think he's a world-class player. I think he gets hyped to a certain degree, but I don't feel like it's on the same kind of level like how they would hype up like a Haaland or Mbappe or Vinny or Jude or these kind of guys who they would put into like the masses would put into world class. I don't feel like they look at Musiala like that, in my opinion. I don't know though, because I feel like I hype him up so much that it should be enough to you get what I'm trying to say, to put him into these kind of lists. But Son is a very good shout though. Son is a very, very good shout.
I'm going to say Hummels.
You think Hummels? Okay. Fair.
Yeah, I don't think he gets enough praise of how good he is as a player, man. Obviously, he's nearly, I'm going to say on his way out in it. That sounds mad. But yeah, they've never, like, there's people that's like respected him to a point, but there's never like, nah, he's a cold defender, bro. But he never gets, like, no one would add him to a list of defenders if you were picking an 11. So I'll go Hummels.
He's saying he cooked that Bayern at the wrong time. I think he won them the league last day, but they were below par. And last season they were cheeks, and he was dope. Gundogan.
We rate Gundogan though, but Savvy's right. Not a lot of people rate him. Man said after the one game, now he's lost it. Said, all right, cool, fair enough.
Who was it? You guys were talking about it, guys. Someone was saying shit.
Yeah, no, it was in someone's chat, and I don't want to just name the wrong channel and then it's not them. So yeah, it was in someone's chat. And it was like, oh, he's lost it now. He's not good enough. And then the next game, Savage said, "Yo, man, when it scored, bro." So
yeah,
we rate him though. I think most people rate him like highly. He just does. No one really puts him in the list though, as well.
Ake.
I don't think Ake is world class. I think he's a very good player though.
Do I think Ake is world class? Like, you know what's so mad? I feel like Akanji is better than Ake. You know.
Do you think? And it's not even from. Do you think an Ake going to any other team make them a better team? So I'm not going to do the thing where you're like, oh, he can get into any team. But do you think if Ake's left and say he got into a Chelsea, does he make a Chelsea defense a better defense? Does he leave, go Arsenal, make Arsenal a better defense? Does he go around and make them a better defense?
He makes Chelsea a bit better, I think, because I don't rate their defense.
He's been there a few times, I swear, and I don't think he's ever made them good.
No, I know, and you're right, but that was, that was then. This is pre.
I say now he's
now of today. But Arsenal, no, and at Arsenal, I feel like he wouldn't even like. I'm not saying he won't start, but I don't feel like they would be better with him in the team. I don't think they can go up a level
to make us better as well. Shouldn't have to think about it, bro. If he's world class, G, you didn't even have to think about it. You know what I mean? If he's world class, now he comes in and makes us better.
I feel like Akanji would though, because I feel like for a guy who can play left back, right back, centre back, I know we got Gomez who can do that, but we're talking about a guy who can play these roles like perfect, and he can move into midfield. I feel like, bro, just to have that type of player, but would he start is a real big question. Maybe not then. Yeah, maybe En's right. Maybe En's right. He reminds me of Abidal G, and I rate Abidal highly. Yeah, and I rate Abidal highly as well. But yeah, okay, I kind of get what you mean. LK saying DeMarco. I haven't watched enough of him to really rate him. Seen glimpses. Yeah, just seen glimpses. I know he's dyed his hair and that. That's probably the most I know about him. Outside of that, doesn't really matter. But guys, we're going to end it here. Please make sure on your way out, and if you're watching this on the replay, let me know what your top 20 is as well, man. Let me know. I'm going to download both of them, and then I'll post it out on Twitter so you guys can, take a look, and then let us know who would be in your top 20 from the list of players that we have got there. As N said already, 9 p.m. today, members only Q&A. So make sure you guys are there. Guys, he's even entered another tier for you guys. You know what I mean? Cheap as a bloody coffee. So you can't really go wrong, man. Come in, join the chat, man. It's always good vibes. It's always good fun. I hope to see everybody there. And love for joining me this
bro.
afternoon. Big up to everyone in the chat. Catch you later. Peace.